So, hi guys, welcome back to Code Explorer. Here I am Pavitra Banerjee with you, and you are watching this video as a part of our competitive programming playlist. And we have already chosen LeetCode as our first competitive programming platform, and we have already solved the first question of LeetCode. Okay, so today we will solve the second question of LeetCode. So let's start that. Okay, so for doing so, we have to first go to LeetCode. So as you can see that we are inside of our LeetCode right now. You can see that we have already solved this first question of LeetCode, and today we will solve this second question. Okay, the first question was easy. This is medium range question. So let's start this. Okay, so now read the question carefully. Okay, it is you are given two non-empty linked lists representing two non-negative integers. The digits are stored in reverse order, and each of their nodes contains a single digit and the two numbers, and return the sum as a linked list. You may assume the two numbers do not contain any leading zero. Expect the number 0 itself. Okay, so as you can see here, our first example, which is L1, is given that 243 and L2 is 564. So the output will be 342. It is why, because it is in reverse order. It is already mentioned here, it is in reverse order. So 243 means 342 and 564 means 465. So the addition of these two are 807, and so we have to return that 708. We have to reserve, we have to also return our output as a reverse linked list. Okay, so now let's see how we can solve this. So after reading the question, I am thinking for a few different approaches we can use to solve this problem. Uh, but the most straightforward one is probably to iterate through the linked lists, one node at a time. Okay, adding the values of the nodes and carrying over any extra digits to the next node. Okay, so what will you do to solve this problem? We can basically traverse both linked lists simultaneously. Okay, and keep track of the carry while adding the two corresponding digits of the two linked lists, and then we can add the result to a new linked list and update the carry for a next for the next added item. Okay, so it will be the solution for uh, mm, the problem I'm thinking. So now we have to basically what we have to first design an algorithm for that. So uh, what may be the criteria of our algorithm should be. So I think that what we have to do, uh, I will do this step to solve the questions. First we have to create a new linked list to store the result first. Then we have to initialize our carry to 0. Okay, then we will traverse both the linked list simultaneously until we reach the end of the both lists. Okay, so then for each pair of corresponding nodes, we will add the values of the nodes and the carry. Okay, if the sum is greater than 9, we will set the carry to 1 at the time and add the units digit to the result linked list. Okay, otherwise we have to set the carry to and add the sum to the resulted linked list. Okay, and then if one of the linked list is longer than the other one, So we can continue adding the nodes of the longer linked list and the carry to the result linked list until we reach the end of the mm, we can reach the end of the linked list. Okay, then what we can do, if the carry is still 1 after adding the last pair of nodes, at the time we will add a new node with the value 1 to the result linked list. Okay, and then we will return the head of the result linked list. So maybe this will solve, this algorithm structure will solve our problems. So let's see what is given here. So as you can see that LeetCode has already given us an starter here. So what are they saying? They are basically defining a list node function and they have already defined that. Okay, so what is going here? Okay, so basically this line, which is this line defines this add two numbers function, which takes two linked list as input, which one is L1 and another one is L2, you can see here. Okay, uh, and returns a linked list as output. Okay, they are returning this as an output. The function is a part of the solution class, and self parameter, this is our self is a parameter here, and this self parameter refers to the instance of the class, which is our solution class. Okay, so what will we do first? Mm, so first we can define a variable first. So start that. So we will give an carry equals to 0, which stores the carry value as we add the nodes. Okay, then we can define another variable which may be dummy. Okay, so we can give it list node. Okay, and I want to what will this variable do basically, which is a dummy node, and this will be the head of the result linked list. Okay, this dummy will be the head of the result linked list, and I want to give another pointer to the current node in the result linked list. So I will simply create another variable which will be equals to dummy. Sorry, dummy. Okay, so what we can do next? So let me give a comment here. Mm, Defining required variables. Okay, so we have already defined our required variables. So now what we can do? Now we have to loop that until we have to loop that will it will iterate until we reach the end of both linked list. So for now we will use while loop. Okay, the loop should terminate when both L1 and L2 are none. So do so while simply L1 or L2. We are starting an for loop here. So now what we have to do? Now we have to initialize x and y to be the value of the current node in L1 and L2 respectively. Okay, we will do that. And if we have reached the end of one linked list, we set the value to 0. Okay, got the point? So what will you do? Basically, we will initialize to that will be x and y. So x will be our for L1 value if it's L1, otherwise that means we can directly say it's else, it will be 0. Same goes for y also. Y will be for L2 dot value. If L2, it will be equal to 0. You can see that. Okay. So now what we can do right now? So now we have to add the values of x and y and carry and update the carry variable with the 10th digit of the sum. Okay. So what will you do? First we will defining another variable here, which will be our total variable, which will be the value of x and y and carry. Okay, for your better understanding, I am giving space here. Okay, hope you guys have understood. And now we will update the carry value again, which will be the 10th of our total. To a 10. Okay. So now we have to add a new node to the result linked list. Okay, and with that one's digit of the sum, which will be our basically total 10, total of sum 10, we have to set the next attribute. So do so. Basically what we are doing right now, we are giving to this playing with this curve, which will be set to a next, and then we will update this list node of our which will be the total percent about 10, and then we will move to the car pointer to the new node. Okay, so then we will simply define that car is now pointer car dot next attribute. Okay. So now what we have to do? Now we have to move to our L1 and L2, okay, pointers to the next node in their respective linked list if they are not already at the end. Okay, so what will you do basically? Basically we will play with an if else condition here. So if L1, then we will return L1 equals to L1 dot next. Simple. Then for L2 we will also define the same. If L2 will be our L2 next attribute we will use. Okay. So now we have to check if there is a carry value, okay, left over after processing all the nodes in the linked list. If there is, it adds a new node with the value 1 to the end of the result linked list. Okay, so for doing so, we are defining that if carry, then we will define the car next, which we have already defined, to list node to 1. Okay, and finally we will return the head of the result linked list, which is the node after the dummy node. Okay, so for doing so, I will hit another enter. Then I will simply return the dummy next. Okay, So I think our algorithm is complete right now. So now it is our testing time. So we have to test our algorithm, so simply hit run. Oh, sorry, spelling mistake, total. Okay, run it right now again. Yes, as you can see that all the test cases have been cleared. Okay, so now I can say that our algorithm is ready. So now it's our submission time. So I will hit submit. Yes, so we have successfully submitted our second lead code question. So uh, try this, and you, if you have another approach you want to use, then you can definitely use that. And if you want to share the approach with us, then you can comment it down. And for now I want to show you that we have already created an community for developers, which we have given the name of devline community. Okay, it is our devline community. Here you can simply go to forum page. You can simply log in here. If you it's totally free of cost. You can log in here, and you can interact with other developers, other programmers, and you can solve their problems, and you can also share your problems with them. They will also help you. So as you can see that we are inside of our forum page now, and I'm going to our all posts. There you can see my internet connection is basically slow right now. So um, for this is taking much time. You can see. Okay, you can upload your own question, you can upload your own projects, you can upload any folder, whatever you want to use. Whatever you want to share with us, you can definitely use that. Okay, so I will strongly recommend you to join our devline community. I will share that link of this devline community in the description box. You can definitely check it out. So this is for today. Hope you guys have understood the video, and you have already cleared the second lead code problem from scratch. We have solved the question. So that is for today. We will see you in the next video. Till then, keep solving new questions, try to learn new things, and stay safe and happy coding.